Hey, Mrs. Hesk. My name is Jared Stenger. This is my video for the group meeting. Unfortunately, I just joined a group and wasn't able to hear back from them in time to do this group video, so I'm just going to do it myself. And I'm sure it won't be ideal, but I'll do the best that I can. Anyways, instructions want me to introduce myself quickly, I believe. So I am studying pre-med right now, and this is a pre-med requirement. That's why I'm taking this class. My major is public health, and the main reason I'm doing that is because I can do it all online while I live here in Provo, and they offer all online courses, and so that is why I have this class. But I do enjoy math. It's actually one of my favorite subjects. But anyways, I'll get started. I didn't have too much of a problem on the functions preparation assignment. I got most of the questions right. I think I got one wrong that I'm hoping it'll clear up. Maybe when I do my math lab or when we meet with when I actually meet with my group next week. But the ones I had trouble with was just one of the ones on the domain. But I think I figured it out after looking at the answer key how to do it. So I think it should be fine there. Let's see. Back to the instructions. Where'd they go? Let's see. Instructions for Google Hangouts. With the graphing, so I wasn't able to get the videos to work, the video link for my math lab. I click on the video link and then it's just a blank screen. So I wasn't able to fully understand everything. I did the best that I could. Let's see. But as I move to the extension problems, let's see. I'll just get going on the extension problems. See, the first one is we have function of x equals 3x plus 2, and the function of g equals the square root of x minus 4, and the function of x 8 is 4 minus x squared. Function of x and plus h, I imagine we just add the two functions together. I don't think it did quite that in the preparation, so I'm assuming that's what we do. So I think we do 3x plus 2 plus 4 minus x2, or minus x squared. I imagine we just simplify it, so we'll add two numbers together. That would give us negative x squared plus 3x plus 6, if I did that right. Then we have function of g minus function of x. So I believe we do square root of x minus 4 minus 3x plus 2. If I'm understanding right, I think that's all you'd be able to do for that one in terms of simplifying. And then function of gx, or the function of g x over function of hx. So I believe we do the square root of x minus 4 over 4 minus x squared. So this is where it gets a little tricky for me. I'm not really sure how to do these without a value given. This is where it gets a little bit hazy for me. So I don't think you can simplify it anymore unless I'm doing it wrong, which is obviously very possible. function of g and then x. So it doesn't give me a value to plug in. That's where I know if it was a value, I'd first plug in the value for the g equation and use that as the inputs to find the output for f. I can't do that here. So do I just put, oh, okay, I know what I do. I just put, substitute the g in for the x and the function of x. So it would be 3 in parentheses square root of x minus 4 plus 2. So it's going to be 3 times the square root of x minus 4 plus 2. Hope I did that right. Then we have the last one. So I think we would plug in f into g. So it's going to be the square root of 3x plus 2 minus 4. Which would simplify into the square root of 3x minus 2. And I think we plug that into h. Give us 4 minus square root of 3x minus 2 squared. Let's just take off the square root, so it'd be 4 minus 3x minus 2. Simplify that, be negative 3x plus 2. Hope I got that right. I have kind of a feeling I didn't, but hopefully we'll be able to clear it up. Hope so. Doing the difference quotient is finding the quotient for the following function of the results. So if I understand, we just plug these different x's in. So it'd be x squared minus 3 plus h minus x squared minus 3 minus cancel out the that's over h. So I'd cancel out the x squared, and we get h minus 6 over h. Cancel out the x's, so you get negative 6 for that first one. And for this last one, we would do so 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 plus h minus 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 over h. So cancel out 2x squared. And then we have 6x right? And there's 6x 8 plus h. or make everything negative over there. So then would be plus 3x minus 4 if we distribute it all, maybe. Sounds like it might make more sense. So I cancel out the 3x is 2. And y is which I kind of feel that's just negative 6x plus 8 plus h over h. And cancel out the negative 6x plus h. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, I'll have to get clear up on that. I'm hoping to get those videos to work because I couldn't understand fully from the text, although I did read it. I don't think I had an example quite similar to this. All right, now you've learned the parent functions for many different functions. You can now graph piecewise functions. A piecewise function is a function that is graphed using pieces of other functions. Let the following piecewise functions identify the main range of piecewise functions and identify the increasing and decreasing intervals. So here the graph, and the equation is x plus 2 So it would just be a positive graph. That's never, it's always less than negative 2. So negative 2 would be at the 0. So it'd be a positive graph that's just starts at y-intercept is 2, and it's just every time you go up 1, you go over 1, but it's never less than, or it has to be less than negative 2. So how the graph looks is it kind of starts at the negative 2, 0. Let's see what negative 2 starts at negative 2, 0. I think it's backwards on that thing. And it starts at negative 2, 0, and it goes down like that infinitely. And we have x squared. That's always greater than negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4 anyways. It's just going to be a U-shaped graph. It's always greater than or equal to negative 2. So it's going to stop on the left side just at negative 2, 4 is where it'll stop. And then the rest on the other side will go up infinitely, getting closer and closer to the y-axis. And the domain for that, the domain for the first one is going to be, so it's always less than negative 2, so it's going to be negative 2 to negative infinity, if you were to pair. And the range is always at 0 to negative infinity, I believe. So for the next one, negative x squared plus 2. So this is just going to look like the other one. The negative doesn't really change anything. Well, so if it's negative 2, it'll be positive 4. Yeah, negative doesn't really change anything. So it's just going to start at the 2 as the y-intercept at 0, 2. And it's going to go up like 4 at the u, but it's going to be less than 1. X is always less than negative 1. So it would be negative 1. Actually, it'd be negative 1. If you square that, it would be 1. And the negative 1, so it would be negative 1, negative 1. So that should be done the other way. So negative 1 be 1, 1, negative 1. Do the same thing here, but it's just going to start at negative 1, negative 1, and then go down in a U shape closer to the y-axis. And the domain for that is going to be actually, I don't think that's from before is going to be infinity for the x, so it's never going to get past a certain point. Well, no, it could. Yeah, I think it still is. So the domain for this one, for negative x squared plus 2, so the domain is negative 1 to negative infinity. And the range is going to be also negative 1, negative infinity. All right, the second piecewise function is going to be in between negative 1 so and 3. So I'm going to plug in negative 1, square root of negative 1. I believe that's it. Unreal. Really can't, but that's I, so it's going to be I plus 2. Can't really graph that. You can graph 3 though. So square root of 3 plus 2. So 0 would be 2. So we at least know that it starts with the y-intercept's 2. And then 1 would be 1, 3. I think that the domain for this at least would be, well, the domain is going to be negative 1, 3. It's going to pass that anyways. And I think the y is going to be negative I. I think I'm totally wrong on this. It's going to be negative I to square root of 3 plus 2. which is about 3.73. And the last one, greater than 3, so it's going to be 3.5 is the first point. And then it's going to go up every 1x, it's going to go up 2y. So every time it goes over to the right one, it's going to go up 2 until the top. In a straight line, it's going to be a straight line. Straight line. And the main is going to be 3 to infinity, and the y will be 5, or the range will be 5 to infinity. All right, I hope I did those right. I'm sure I did a lot wrong. Hopefully I can get it all figured out with my group, as well as if I'm doing the homework and whatnot. And hopefully we can find out what's wrong with those videos. Maybe I'll email you about that and see what Oh, no, yeah, sorry, it's not really my group's fault. I thought I signed up earlier and maybe I didn't save. I don't know how that works, or I just did it for different class and I did it for this one. But I didn't sign up till this morning and tried to contact my group members and haven't heard back from them. So it's more my fault than theirs. But I wanted to at least turn this video and get some credit if possible. But yeah, yeah. But that's my group video. Thank you, Sister Hess.